Hey, what's up everyone? BGF44 coming at you with another video and a bunch of flakes on my face from paper towel wipings. Yeah, it's hot out there and I did too much. But the Lakers have done some good things today, man. First of all, DeAndre Ayton, congratulations on signing a new deal, 2 years, $16 million, player option in the second year with the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome to LA. Welcome to LA, Ayton. L. Ayton, that's what it is. He finally got our center after all these years. I think that it would be great if we had a team option rather than a player option on the contract. But then again, it's an $8 million contract. If he opts into it, that's probably better than if he opts out of it in this case. We think. Can't imagine why we would be so upset at him opting into that. So that's not as big of a deal as maybe some of the other player options that we've given out in the past. Yeah, man, we still got to find a backup center, in my opinion. I don't think we can just move with just Ayton. He has had some injury issues, some questions about him defensively, etc. But we do have a lob threat for Luka Doncic. We do have somebody we can dump into the paint potentially, although he tends to want to shoot jumpers. He's a double-double guy, 14 and 10. So he's going to help us significantly on the glass right away. And so that is extremely, extremely positive for our franchise, just in general, a team that really was running some bullcrap out there at the center position last year. After trading away Anthony Davis, it was horrible, just ridiculous how inept our center position has been. We finally got our center, AD. AD was calling for a center right before being traded away. He said he needed a center. We got one. I don't know how much that helps him now. He's a Maverick, but yeah, man, this is great. I feel great. Now we have the number 1 and number 3 overall pick from the Luka Doncic draft. I don't know what year that was. What was that? 2018, 2016? I don't freaking know. But we got Ayton and we got Luka on the same squad. Now we just got to go get Trae Young and Marvin Bagley, and we're really in the money. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, that's what's going on, man. I feel good about it. I still think we need to get better defensively and at the front court position. I don't know if Al Horford wants to come over and be a part of this. I have my doubts that he'll actually end up signing with us, but we do need to continue to look for a center. We do. But getting Ayton in an $8 million contract is phenomenal. That is real good cost for what it is that he's going to bring to the table. He's the best center on the market by far, and I really like that he signed with us. You know, he had other suitors. From what I understand, it was more suitors than what they had initially said. When Shams was just reporting on it, he's named like 6 or 7 other teams, including the freaking Clippers that were trying to get Ayton. The Knicks were trying to get Ayton. We didn't even know about some of them teams. So he chose us, and we really appreciate it. Pacers, of course, are in the mix. The Milwaukee Bucks, before they made the Turner move, were in the mix. I think Golden State was also in the mix, I think he mentioned. So yeah, we definitely appreciate Ayton choosing the LA Lakers, and now we move forward. He's our center. There's going to be plenty of opportunities for him to play up his value and earn more money than $8 million. That's for damn sure. And we could find ourselves in this situation again next year if he opts out, which is something I think would be wise to kind of already have in mind. Like, this is probably a rental. Unless something goes drastically wrong, he's definitely going to want to make more money next year. So if you can't re-sign him at a price that he likes, you're going to lose him. And given the fact that he's, 27 years old, something like that, it's a good chance that he's not going to go for just $8 million next year unless there's an injury or something at the end of the season. So, yeah, that's what I think. I think this is a 1-year rental of Ayton. The good thing is we'll have a line drive on re-signing him, because most of the time, guys re-sign with the team they're with. So I'm confident that if we have a really good season, both sides are happy, he'll want to stay, we'll want to keep him, and we'll get a good deal going in summer where we'll have money to do so next year. I think we're gearing up for 27, I think is what's been reported, that the Lakers want to move up. Have big spenders in free agency in 27 with some big names and could be potentially available to us. But ultimately, I think having a center in place is probably something that we don't want to find ourselves without ever again. So, yeah, that's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say is, unfortunately, Adou Thiero will not be available in the summer league. We will not have him. He's going to be continuing to rehab, and I think they said a knee injury. We knew that he had an injury. Um, it tanked his draft stock a bit, I believe. But this is an explosive athlete who is going to help our team. It's just unfortunate he's not going to get that very key experience in the summer league. So that was a bummer. I was very, very, very much looking forward to seeing him run around out there. But I think the smarter play is always to rehab and get healthy, and that is exactly what we want the young fella to do. So get well soon, Abdul Thero. We're very happy to have you, and we know that you're going to be a fan favorite right away. I know that. All right, what else is going on? Lakerland. I hear we are the favorites to maybe land Damian Lillard. I made a whole video on that this morning. I'm not favorable in a lot of this. Is because of just I wonder if the fit makes any sense, the timeline makes any sense. I wonder if he's going to want to get paid for a whole year without actually playing and all these different things that we discussed this morning. So if we do sign Dame, I'm going to have my questions, but ultimately I'll be happy to have such a decorated Hall of Famer on the squad to go along with what is a improving asset situation here. So that's what it means to me if we get Dame Lillard. I just don't think he should play this year. I'm not going to ask him to play this year. I'll probably be telling all of us to make sure that we don't demand that he play this year. If he's going to be on our team, we got to get him healthy. We don't want him rushing back just to get re-injured, and it could cost him his career permanently. He's going to have to be smart about this and get in the best shape of his life coming back from this injury if he wants to continue his career at 35 years of age. So I do not think he should be aiming to come back this year at all. I think he should just take this summer to recover, take all season and next summer to get in tip-top shape after recovery, and then come back ready for the final stretch of his illustrious career. I think anything less than that is silly and too risky, if I'm being honest. So that's what I think Dame should do, but we'll see. I don't know what he thinks of this situation or any other situation, but he wants to sign this year apparently. So we'll see what happens. Good luck to the Lakers on trying to pursue more free agents. I really am happy with the Jake LaRavia signing. I call him LaRavia, but I think it may be LaRavia. I'll hear somebody else say it and be certain. I've always said LaRavia. I'm pretty damn excited about him coming in as a young player, a shooter, somebody who's going to play the three position. I think somebody on Laker Nation made a very good point. I believe it was Laker Nation who said that this is the first time we've had a guy be that size that's actually supposed to play the small forward. We've been doing it with Rui, doing it with Kuzma, but those guys are more like fours, and we've got them masquerading as threes. I am of the absolute agreement with that. Jake LaRavia is a guy who is that size, who's actually a three. So this is going to be great to have legitimate wings at the small forward positions actually playing the small forward positions, and I think that LaRavia's presence could potentially slot people like Rui into their upright and locked position, so to speak. So that could potentially be a positive for us. So I think people are going to like this kid. I think they're going to like his shooting. I think they're going to like his attitude. I think they're just going to overall like what he brings to the table on the offensive end. And since he's young and on a dirt cheap contract, it's really, really great that we signed him, in my opinion. So when you talk about LaRavia, and you think about Ayton, and these dudes only making like $16 million this year. There's so much more you can put next to them with their contracts being so favorable. And that's the beauty of having a sort of situation where your free agents are signing team-friendly deals. They understand that they're trying to win now. Part of that is taking less money. So I'm thankful that those guys are doing that, and I think it should be something that others consider going forward as well. So that's pretty much what I think, man. I'm pleased with what the Lakers are doing. I'm not confused. I don't think we're a championship contender necessarily at all. But I do think that we're putting together stuff that could tumble us forward in the future seasons to being able to build us up to be an NBA champion. And that, for me, is the most important thing. It's not about just competing right now and doing everything you can to appear like you can compete right now, but building up something that can actually sustain and truly compete which is not what a lot of people are ultimately building, even though they think they are when they sign certain people and just bring themselves a bunch of names and then have a good team and that's it. You have a good team, but your books are scrambled up. So that means it tumbles forward to you having a bad team in the long run. I think we've done enough of that, and that's why it's important that we don't do that right now. And so, big part of this job for Rob Pelinka is ignoring these fans, man. They don't know how to get to point B. They just know they want to be there, and they're entitled to be there. But it's your job to actually get them there. And if they don't respect the cost of gas and the cost of doing business and all the different things that ultimately propel them forward, then obviously, they're going to have opinions that are not to be listened to, that push you in the wrong direction. So listening to them is going to send you in the wrong direction. And then they're going to blame you for why they didn't get where they wanted to go. We can watch other GMs do that in other markets. We don't need to be doing that no more. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching. Out.